Okay, I want to look back at this example again where I divided let's see, I think 9,380 over 35. So some of you had some questions on this problem, so I want to redo this. So we are dividing by 35 and I have 9380 as the dividend. Now first of all, I take one digit at a time. So how many times 35 goes into 9? Well, 0 times, so I get 0, and I subtract, I get a 9. The next I will bring down the 3 and I get a 93. Then I ask how many times 35 goes into 93. Well, that's 2 times, so 2 times 35 is 70. When I subtract I get 23. Well, next I bring down the next digit that I have, which is 8, and I get 238. Well, I ask again how many times 35 goes into 238. Well, I figure that it is 6 times. So 6 times 35 is 210, and when I subtract I get 28. Okay, so now I bring down the last digit here, which is going to give me 280, and again I ask how many times 35 goes into 280. Well, 8 times, so I get 280 here. 8 times 235 is exactly 280, so I get the remainder to be 0. Now some of you asked me, okay, why did I pick 6 here? Remember, when I multiplied 35 by 6, I exactly got 210. And the question was, why did I not multiply by, say, 5 or 7? Well, let's see. If I multiply 35 by 7, so right here I had 238. If I multiply, instead of picking 6 here, if I pick 7, then what is 7 times 35? 7 times 35. So that's so 5 times, I'm multiplying 35 with 7. So 5 times 7 is 35, and so I have a 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. And so I see that I get something bigger than 238. So but keep in mind that I want something smaller than 238. So I cannot pick 7. Now let's try to answer the following question. Why should I not pick 5 here? So instead of 6, why not 5? So 35 times 5. So right here I had 238. If I would have picked 5, then what is 5 times 35? 5 times 35, 5 times 5 is 25, so I get a 2. 3 times 5 is 15, 15 to 17. Now when I subtract, 8 minus 5 is 3, 13 minus 5 is 6. Well, the problem is the number that I have just got is bigger than 35. Okay, so the reason I picked 6 is because when I multiply 35 and 6, I get 210, and when I subtract 210 from 238, I get a number smaller than 35. Okay, so right here, the number that I get, right here when I got the difference 28, I want that number to be smaller than the divisor, and I don't want that to be bigger than the divisor. Okay, I want that to be smaller than the divisor, but not bigger than the divisor. Once again, remember that if I would have picked 7 here, then I would be getting, instead of getting 210, I would be getting a number bigger than 238. Okay, so that's that. So I don't want to pick a number. When I multiply it with the divisor, I get something bigger than the previous line.